Good evening, Mr. Jones. How are you today?
I am well, thank you.
Good. Thank you for coming to see me today. So, just want to let you know that this is being videotaped. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. And just want to let you know that everything that you say here is confidential unless there is anything that could harm yourself or anyone else that you say within this session, and I will have to record it. But other than that, everything is confidential. And even the tape, only myself and my supervisor will be able to see it, okay?
Okay.
So, tell me, I know that we spoke recently and you said you were dealing with better time management. So, how's that been going?
It's improving, but not as well as I would like.
Okay, so what exactly is your goal for your time management?
To be able to accomplish more things and not be as worn out in the course of doing it.
Okay, so what kind of things would you like to accomplish?
Well, between my jobs and some of the, I guess, personal things that I like to accomplish at home, um, I just want to be better organized.
Okay, and what two jobs do you have?
I'm a carpenter and I do heavy equipment.
Okay, and with those, how many hours do you usually work a day?
Well, my carpentry job is kind of sporadic based on when I get jobs or um, when I'm able to land some work with it.
Mm-hmm.
My heavy equipment is more so related to the weather. So if the weather is bad,
Yeah.
um, I try to pick up more carpentry stuff and vice versa.
Okay. So, with those two jobs, how many hours would you say average?
Probably do about, between the two of them, probably about 60 plus a week.
Okay. And then those 60 hours, what else is competing with your time?
Rest and just I'm part of a bowling league, so trying to do that as well.
Okay. So it seems like you have rest to compete with, your bowling league, and your two jobs. Is there any other factors that compete with your time?
Family.
Family, okay? So tell me a little bit about your family.
I have two boys that are 10 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
They're active.
Okay.
Um, with them and they baseball and those kinds of things, so
Mm-hmm.
that takes up time as well.
Okay.
Um,
So between the two boys, and I know you said that they play baseball. Do you try to attend their games during the week? Does that ever compete with you?
well, as much as possible, but once again, with the two jobs, with bowling league, with the boys games as well, not a whole lot of energy left.
Right. Okay. So, what would be your goal for your time management? How much time would you like to have left to spend with your family, to rest?
If I could have a consistent couple of hours a day, that would be wonderful.
Hmm. Okay. So, with the different things that you have going on, what do you feel? How important would you rate each one of those things?
Well, I think my job's pretty important. I don't have my job, and keep a roof over my head, so
Hmm.
I rate that as pretty important.
Hmm.
Um, family time, of course, is important. I want to see
Hmm.
my boys, the 10 and 12. They're growing up fast. Before you know it, they'll be outdoor.
Hmm.
Um, so between work and family, those are probably the two. Of course, bowling league is, not as important.
Hmm.
But between those two, probably my job and uh, my family.
Okay. So how does your job and your family and with everything that your family has going on, how do those two relate to each other? Would you say that they're pretty close on your scale, or would you say that one is a lot higher than the other?
Well, my family is indeed more important than my job. Heavy equipment is not a priority, nor would carpentry be one.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, they kind of help sustain what our family is able to do.
Right.
But by all means, I would say family is most important.
Right. Okay, Mr. Jones. So, What plan do you have that you want me to help you incorporate to have a better scale of your time, to spend more time resting and spend more time with your family? What, in your opinion, what would be the perfect time management plan?
Well, I'm going to cut back on my bowling league completely. That's first and foremost. That's probably the thing that I can let go of.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then after that, I think if we can maybe work on some of the hours I'm spending at work,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would help me have a little bit more time to be flexible enough to get to the boys' games,
Mm-hmm.
uh, as well as just be able to have a regular, consistent schedule.
Okay. And so, what would you like me to do to assist you in your goals?
Well, you can assist me by maybe letting me know, helping me to write out some of the things that I am currently doing and finding some of the slots that I can better manage my time with. For instance, if I were to cut out this bowling league, maybe now I would have an extra hour
Mm-hmm.
on Thursday evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So just to help me to kind of map that out more so I can see it visually.
And that's great. I'm so glad that you brought that up because that was one of my suggestions, to maybe cut back, but not completely, because it is important for you to have you time and to do something that you enjoy, because we don't want you getting burnt out between your two jobs and between trying to take care of your
Too bad.
children. So, with your children, do they like to bowl?
No, their time right now is spent pretty much in their athletics,
Okay.
and rightfully so. Uh, they're pretty active right now.
So you don't think that bowling is something that you all could do together?
No, I would rather replace maybe my bowling time with going to their activities or spending more time with their activities.
Okay. And their activities, does that ever interfere with your work schedule? Are you able to attend most of their activities, or?
No, and that's part of the problem. They may have games a little later in the evening, and I'm still at work.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those, maybe I can catch one or two here
Mm-hmm.
or there, but for the most part, I miss them.
Mm-hmm. So, what about being on your job? Is there a way that you could possibly change your hours to accommodate your children more?
That may be something to look at. If I know in advance when their schedules are, maybe that I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get a clearance to kind of spend a little time there and come back on the job later.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that is an option.
Okay.
Hadn't
So
really considered it.
let's work on contacting your children's coach, and maybe he can tell you a week or two in advance, and then you can compare the schedule with your boss and possibly be able to spend more time with them. Okay?
Okay.
So, during our next session, your goal is to bring me a schedule of the coaches, the schedule from the coach of the game, and then we'll work on a way to talk to your boss, so that way that'll help with your time management.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
for seeing me today.
You're
Have
very
a
welcome.
great day.
Thank you.